the neighboring countries.
A section of residents from Rongai's Nkoroi area will be spending the night in the cold after their houses were demolished by the government to pave way for the ongoing construction of Phase 2 of the standard gauge railway, which passes through the area. Despite the group's effort to oppose the move, claiming they were yet to receive compensation for the move, government bulldozers mercilessly plowed through the homes on Friday, leaving in their wake destruction of property worth millions. Timothy Otieno with our report.
It's the aftermath of an early morning demolition exercise that has seen nearly 500 people left homeless to pave way for the government's ambitious Phase 2 of the standard gauge railway line heading to Naivasha, but passing through Nkoroi village in Ongata Rongai. And in today's antagonism between infrastructure and humanity, the former is taking the cake. Stephen Githaka, who was born and brought up here, now surveys the damage done on his home with much dismay. He is among those affected by the demolition, which came after months of little consultation among area residents, the National Lands Commission and the Ministry of Transport.
Sasa wanategemea sisi tutalala wapi? Watoto wakitoka mashule wakute mboma imekuwa namna hii, wanaanza kukuuliza maswali, watalala wapi?
His is a dilemma shared by many here who have to spend the night in the cold. Talks to have the residents receive compensation for their land hit a snag 1 year ago, with the National Lands Commission claiming that the matter was still under discussion.
Hii serikali ya Uhuru anataka kutumaliza ama anataka kutujenga. Na naongea ukweli kabisa, nikiwa na uchungu. Kwa nini wafanye hivyo? Kwa nini hawajalipa? Hiyo tu ndio shida peke yake.
And while a majority of residents of Nkoroi had to be forcefully evicted from their houses to allow for the demolitions, a few others, like the owner of this particular home, were granted an odd chance to remove their items before the government bulldozers finally brought the house down. And security was at hand to man the homesteads, with others like this house, for instance, located less than 30 meters from the SGR pillar, being spared from the destruction. Some claim discrimination in the manner in which the demolition was conducted.
Shida hata atuogopi mambo ya kuwakiria. Ingekuwa tumelipwa hata tulipwe saa hii. Within 24 hours mtu atakuwa amejipanga aende akomboe nyumba mahali kitambo apate kununua mahali ambaye anaweza ishi.
Katika siku ya leo ni kama si mzuri.
Efforts to get a comment from the relevant authorities bore no fruit, even as those whose lives took a turn for the worst when the government decided to allow the SGR pass through the area now contemplate their next move. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
Thank you, Timothy, for that. We want to take a short break here on the Friday briefing, but when we come back, Jesse, what should we expect?
I don't know how to put this. You know, some of the sharpest minds will be in studio, bearing in mind the feat they achieved, which is by no quantity a mean feat, so definitely do stay forward to that. The Strathmore Law School students who did exemplary in that particular competition in